When faced with an English word that you don't know, what do you do? A. Google Translate. B. Ask your teacher. C. It is inevitable that at some point we will come across words in our reading or conversation that we don't understand. So, what is the best answer to the question we have above? D. None of the above. One of the most powerful ways to discover the meaning of words that we don't understand is something called context. According to the dictionary, context is Before you go crazy, let me give an example to help us see what context is all about. Suppose we are trying to put a puzzle together. We have one piece in front of us, and we really have no idea where it should go in the puzzle. But we first start putting together the edges and other pieces around, and after a while we see where that piece should fit in. The edges of the puzzle are the context to help us see where this piece fits. How does that relate to English? In the process of learning this language, context is a powerful way to learn about the meanings of words, even though we didn't know them before. Actually, the question in the opening about what to do if we don't understand a word answers A, B, and of course C, all are not helpful in learning. The context is. Let me give you some examples of how it can be used. Number 1, alphabet. When we are starting to learn English and the English alphabet, we often use a progression to learn the letters and sounds. For example, A. A has an A sound. A for apple. The apple is falling from the tree. In this situation, we don't just memorize a letter and its sound. We have an example word and an example sentence to help us understand it. This is the context for learning this letter and its sound. Number 2, dictionary. When we're using a dictionary, here we're not saying Google Translate or a bilingual dictionary, just a plain English dictionary. When we find an entry for a word, there's not only a description of its meaning, but also a sample sentence that uses this word to show us how it is used. This is called seeing a word in context. Number 3, translation. People sometimes come to me and ask me to translate a word from Chinese to English. I often hesitate when asked to do this, not because my translation ability is poor, but because I don't have context to know what is the correct translation for the word. For example, if someone wants me to translate the word hua, I might ask him, what's the sentence? Because the word hua could be hua duo, or it could be hua qian, and these translations are completely different. Number 4, mistakes. When people are talking or writing, there is a chance that they could make a mistake that can also severely affect the meaning or understanding of what they're trying to say. But when we look at the context, we may be able to figure out what the true meaning is, even if they've spoken it or written it wrong. For example, if you hear someone say, "My brother Ben is 5 years old. She's so cute." Although here we see a very clear grammar mistake, because we have heard them say brother and Ben, we can understand that it's just a mistake, but we can still figure out the true meaning of the sentences based on context. These are just a few examples of how context can be used in learning and understanding English. Do you understand the importance of context based on the context I gave for context? How do you use content in your English learning? Leave me a comment and let me know. Thanks for watching. If you are enjoying this channel, you can also check out a video about how to make this channel great. Thank you. See you next time.